Hello and welcome back to All the Mods 8, Episode 10, and we're going to be focusing on the Mekanism Dynamic Tanks. So let's get into that. And here we go. We'll just set that way. And I have them in my inventory, and here they are. You're really going to need three basic components: the dynamic tank itself, which is just made with steel, and the buckets. And we've made steel before with, there's quite a few different ways you can make it, but we made it with the steel essence, and we've been growing those in mystical agriculture. So you'd use the steel to make that. This is the actual tank part. You're going to need some structural glass as well, which is just regular glass surrounded by steel. No problems there. And a dynamic valve. Don't forget this part. It's really important. So let's go down to where we were building these. It's a little loud. And here's where we're going to build them. I've built one over there for the lava. I'm building one here for all this creosote oil. And we'll build another little mini one right over here. They can be 1, 2, 3. We're going to build one. Pretty easy to do. And then we're going to build one up. And we're going to build a 3x3. So it's going to be 3 wide, 3 high, and 3 tall. Just like that. And then we're going to get rid of that back piece because we could leave it that way, but I like it showing the glass in there. We're going to put a piece of glass here, 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 and right up on top. Right there. It's almost complete. Now at this point you could put a piece of glass here, but you wouldn't really have any way to access it, and I'll prove that. We'll move this away, and with an empty hand, it shows that it can hold, this is quite a bit actually, 432,000 buckets. Because the millibuckets is 1,000 millibuckets, MBs, make one bucket, so you just remove these 3 zeros, and that's how many actual buckets could fit in there of an item. But we need a way to actually connect to it, so we're going to go like this, and put this right here, a dynamic tank valve. There you go. Makes the same expression there that indicates that it's complete. And there it goes back again. So now we have a tank here, but we're not going to use this one. I'll show you the one we made over here. And this is the dripstone, the new dripstone abilities. We showed you that in the last episode. And it goes right into there. Goes underneath through the hoppers, the fluid hopper, which is not part of regular Minecraft, but modded. And then right into here, and here is our dynamic valve again. So it connects right in, just like that. And we can see how much we have here. This one has 26,000 millibuckets. Now there might be a little bit of an issue with, because we saw that was smaller and it had quite a bit more. 26,500. Let's go. Oops, I don't want to go down. Oh, there we go. Why does this one have so much more? 432,000. Might be a glitch, but we'll figure it out, because that seems like an awful lot for a 3x3. Because this one is not complete. We're going to complete that in a second. So, we've got our valve on here, we've got our valve here, and this seems like the more accurate value for a 4x3x5. So let's do this. We've got a mechanism fluid tank, the nice sized ones. We'll go like that. We're going to put just like, oops. We'll break that. And you notice nothing's happening here. It's not going in or out. There's a few things here. On this, we can fill the tank, we could empty the tank, or we could go allow both ways. And then you're gonna use, there's the pipe that you're gonna use, the mechanism pipe, but you could use the other modded pipes from the pipes Z mod. Now we need a configurator. Configurator is easy to do. Just the infused alloy, we've done that before. And just like that. We build it up. Configurator. Now, if you just right click on, let's say right here, not this part, but this, it changes the redstone sensitivity. So you could have redstone affect this valve right here on these pipes. But I don't want to do that, so I'm going to shift right click. And now it's in push mode, so it'll push. Now we're going to switch it. We're going to right click again. It's in pull mode, and look at that. And you can actually upgrade these pipes and get better ones faster. But we don't want to do that, so we're going to go like this. And now notice how it's kind of really hard to see there. We're going to have to edge our way in, just like that. And we're going to draw that back out. Let's find out how that... So it's reducing from here, going into there. Beautiful. Now notice if we do this, it's a little bit of a trick. Now how can I get... Unless I have a shrinking rate, it's really hard to target the bottom of that thing. So what you can do is just break it and replace it, and it connects back in. Now I'm just going to leave this here because that way I have access to a little bit of portability. In fact, we'll even fill this one up. Then I have a full one ready to go. So let's go back over here. So that's the basics of the dynamic tanks. You can make these 18 by 18 by 18. I don't know the number of millibuckets or the number of buckets you could put in there, but it would be an obscene amount. And I do plan on making multiple tanks like that, just because it's fun to fill them up and looks cool. So now we're doing now we're going to get into these coal coke ovens from Immersive Engineering. And that's why I wanted to make the tanks, because we're going to be making a lot of creosote oil. So let's do that. And the other thing I wanted to do was, on this one, I like it when the oh, now it becomes active. I like it when it drips out of the top part up there. Also, you can break the see how this is holding the 8500? It's right up in there. You can actually break this and then use that last piece wherever you put it down. So now it's nothing, and nothing is inside here. Can't work. But if you rebuild it, it comes back online, and there's your 8500 again. So you can actually move these tanks around a little bit. And I think the data is stored in that last piece up there. But we'll see. All right, so let's do these coal coke ovens. We're going to do these next. And let's go back over to our main area. Jump up. I've been expanding the map, so we've got more to that, which is beautiful. And I plan on making it go all the way up there. I might even expand it up there, maybe onto the ceiling, so you could actually look like that. Who knows? Alrighty, let's get the dynamic tank we've gone over. We're going to go over this as well. We'll put that as in there. The singularity tanks, we'll just get rid of them because we don't really use those anymore. We're going to go put this one here. We're going to let this one charge up, be charging. What else do we have? Coal coke bricks, so we're going to start building that stuff up. We'll put these away for later, and the structural glass. And we'll even put, because I'm not using a lot of the, I'm actually not using the mechanism pipes yet. I haven't found a need for them. I eventually will, because there's some really advanced ones. See how that goes? 8,000 millibucks per tick, 8 buckets per tick, then 32, 128. So it's nice to be, they're more controllable, I would say, than maybe the pipes mod, but until I find a need for them, I won't really use those. So let's go into here, and this is coming to the stuff we're going to be going over. So, I noticed that I filled up my storage drawer here, and it was at 11,000 or 1,500 stacks. So what I did was, we're going to shift right click with an empty hand. I just made a bunch of these things, a whole stack full, and filled up this one and a couple of the other ones like this one. And I think I was making lots of Oh, let's see like that. I can just go like this. We'll upgrade it like that, and we'll stick one of those in there. And we'll do this one. It looks like I upgraded there. We'll go like this. We'll put this in here for now. And I'm just going to eventually upgrade. Ideally, you want to upgrade to, all of these, and then maybe a void one as the last one. So you're going to get up to the max and then void it out, or just add another box and expand it from there. There's also maybe a mod that'll allow you to make even more stacks and more increased values on these things. So let's find out what we can do next. The items, we did that. I made a stack of the item frames, which got me to go out there and work on the cows. Let's take a look at this too. I had an issue the other day. I was putting the item pipe right here instead of the fluid pipe. So I was using that pipe trying to take fluid out with an item pipe. That wasn't going to work. So then I figured, I just don't know why I couldn't figure that out. So that's done. That's fixed. So we can put that away. The cold cooked bricks, awkward potions. Oh, so we made a little potion, and we automated that as well. On this, what we have is we're making these. So we'll sort them. The awkward potions were made with regular water, just like this. We'll put these away. So what I did was I made a brewing stand, just a vanilla Minecraft brewing stand, then a hopper and pointed it at that, and then I used because I wanted to filter these out from the glass bottles. I didn't want glass bottles getting, because I was storing them in here, so I just blacklisted glass bottles so they wouldn't go into it. I'm making those, so let's find out what else we can make here. Awkward potions. So we're going to find out what the recipe is. The abjurations. So let's go grab an abjuration. And I also, sorry about this, I just put this over here on my wireless grid. And we're going to actually go like this. What it does is it frees up a slot. The only downside is I can't see how low it is. So we'll go like that. There we go. And I think it can pretty much go in any slot. It's a curio item, so you could put it here, there, it doesn't matter. As long as it's enabled. And then I just made a keybind with my mouse, and then that way I can just pull it up without having to go to the item, which is nice. I like that. So we were making these. We needed abjuration, so I just pull this up, and I type in a B to filter it. We'll take one of them in there. And at the top, that's the inserting for the ingredient here, so it just drops it into spots. I've got extra blaze powders that I could put in right here if I wanted to, but they don't use too many of these. And then for this potion, for this recipe, it is regular water bottles. So let's take 3 of those just for the heck of it. Oops. And I think I could even do, I don't want to make the water bottles, but I made a bunch of water bottles just like that. So then I put a bunch of water bottles in here. It takes them out, and then I filtered it so it wouldn't come out the bottom, blacklisted it, and sure enough, it's starting to do its thing depending on what you put in there with it. So there's quite a few different recipes. 211 with the water bottles at the bottom. So a wilding spike could get you potion of water breathing. So it did its thing, and it turned them into the awkwards, and I was filtering it by the awkward, so otherwise it would pull it into here. And I wanted to filter it because I was making these next, which is so it makes the awkward potion, and then the next item I was turning those awkward potions into potions of attack range. And then my next plan was there's a charm we can make. some gunpowder. So let's do that. We're going to pull up gunpowder. We'll take a stack, I guess, or maybe like that many. Instead of these attack range potions lasting that long, we're going to do this. We'll put this away. And we're going to go like this. We're going to pick them up. And this is the automation part. We'll put them in here. Oops. I've got to block the potions on there. Otherwise it just goes right through. We're going to add that to the blacklist for now. Now if we pull them out of here, kind of repetitive there. Ooh, nice potion of fire resistance. And we'll put them up here. Now it just takes those out, puts them in the bottom, and we know that if you do it with gunpowder, just like that, it's cooking away, and it's going to turn them from the 3-minute long duration into, oh, I don't want to do splash. Cancel splash. Whew, barely just in time. I wanted to extend the, I don't want to do splash. Is there something else I could do with them? I guess not. But if you wanted to make splash ones, which would be kind of weird, oh, you can turn them into Dragon's Breath with Lingering Potion of Attack. So that you could do it with that. You could use them for this with that. And is there anything you could, and then you could do even more stuff. So that's a lot. We're not going to do that. We'll just use them in this form here. I thought I was going to turn them into the longer duration, which would have been nice, but come on. There we go. We'll take these out of here by hand now. But that's how you automate more of this, and you can expand this system to do much more, and then have certain things. You can make this more complicated, and we will in the future. But this is just to have this for now. But you can really make this an advanced system where you can have stacks of these things just on hand, and it'll just do what you need, and you can take them out and it'll replace them. It's a much smarter automated system here for potions. You could use the storage drawers and lock them, and then you could have like a minimum of 8 or 12 or 16 or whatever of each potion type and have a whole system. And the one here could actually make all your different potions. So you can make it really, really advanced. Let's put those back away. And we're going to go back down and make a coal coke oven right after we show you. We're making that up there. Let's go upstairs. And I decided I wanted to have some pigs. So where are they? Where did I put them? Oh, there they are. Let's see if we can open up. Too far away. There we go. Carrots. They eat carrots. We'll take that many. Let's feed her. Oh, we got a black one. We just started out with that. And we'll get pigs. That way we have some pork, and I think that's about it you get from them. But I just wanted to have them, so there we go. We could even make a riding pig if we wanted to. Okay, so we got all that done. Now let's go back downstairs. And there we go. So let's get into this coal coke oven, which inspired me to do the figure out the fluid tanks. So let's do that. There was an old mod that was called iron tanks, and it was even neater. You could make different colored ones, and it wouldn't have this in the way here, these little frames. It really looked nicer. If I can track that down, I might convert these into iron tanks. If it's for 1.19, that would be nice. But here we go. Coke ovens turn things into blocks of coke. So you put the regular coal in there, not charcoal either, and a byproduct is this creosote oil. It'll give you 500 millibuckets, a half a bucket for each of these, so 4,500. But if you put the a block of coal in there, it gives you 5,000, so you get a little bit more. So we're going to be doing blocks of coal. And this is how you build it. It's really easy, actually. We're going to do a 3x3, just like this. And you don't put an empty hole in the middle. And then if you want, you can just do the 3x3 and then use a wand and build the next layer up. That way you don't have to do this. And that's what I did when I built all of these. It was a lot faster that way. And then we go like this. And the recipe for these is right here. Any kind of sand in the middle. I think sandstone, maybe even regular sand, not sure, but probably even regular sand. And right like that gives you the coke bricks. And we just made a bunch of them. And there you are. And you're like, well, why isn't this going? All you have to do is hit, and you want to do it where you're facing it, in the very middle, not on the side. That won't do anything. But if you hit in the middle, boom, it turns into the coal croak, and then you can open it up and work with the items. Now, what we're going to be doing is, I made this. So see how that's connected? We wanted to drop in the bricks of the coal blocks. So let's do that. It's going to block them, drop them all in. And then on the back, we wanted to draw out the fluid specifically. Okay, we can do that. Oh boy. That is really loud. So here's the block of charcoal. We want the block of coal. So let's filter it by coal just to make sure we're getting the right one. Block of coal, that's the compressed. Here we go. We're going to take these out. That used up a lot of our coal. There's the regular coal, but we can always make more, and I'll show you how we're doing that. We're going to drop this in here. And it should. Let's see if it's doing it right. Oh, right here. A little bit scary there. Oh, and I can hear it cooking. And it's going to fill up this one. And then it's going to fill up this one. We'll take that out. And it should just fill these all up right down the line. And it is. Oh. There we go. Now, here's the thing. We want to draw out the block of cokes. Okay? I think you can actually reduce it back down into that. We want to draw those out. So it's cooking those. We're already drawing out the fluid into our massive tank here, which is 26,000 buckets. That'll take a while to fill up. It'll be interesting if we can fill it up. And now we want to draw this out. It's going to take quite a long time to cook one of these down, but we want to draw this. I can't put it back in, but I want to draw it back out. So let's do that. We'll take a stack. And we're going to use our wand this time. Actually, we're not going to use the wand on this. We're going to use the building gadget. Here we go. And we'll put the results right here. Kind of nice to put them. We're going to put them right here. And here we go. We're just going to put the first one right there. I think we could do it this way. I don't want to do it this way because then we can't. Oh, we can actually walk under it, so let's do it that way. There we go. So we're going to walk all the way back down to here. We'll point right at that thing. And see how it changed? I've right-clicked on it, shift right-clicked. It changed it to those. If we point at that, boom. Now we'll walk down. We'll get rid of that one. And that one. And that one. So we only want to do the one with draw. Just looks nicer. I think Although I think you could just leave any of those on there. Now my concern is that I'm going to be pulling out the coal block. I don't want that to happen. So let's find out if that's the case. Let's get out of here. Ugh, there we go. Is it doing that? Well, we won't know yet because there's nowhere for it to go. So we're going to draw it right down into here. And if that's the case, we'll set a filter up. Oops. There we go. And just like that and like that. Shift right click to get those things off. Is it pulling the code? No, it's not doing that, so we're in good shape. In a little bit, I'm going to find out. It's going to take quite a bit. So I'm going to find out if it'll withdraw, it'll pull out just the right item. And if it doesn't, I'll adjust it. I'll adjust where these are. Maybe it has to go lower, or I'll put a filter on there or something. It doesn't look like it'll need a filter. Oh, we're gonna go like this. Now let's see if it's doing it. No, it's not. It's not withdrawing this, which is good. So we're in good shape there. We've got those. We're gonna make more coal by going like this. And I found out that I really don't need anything. I can make all the other things so that I can make the stone. I've already got the stone done. I've got charcoal and I've got deep slate. So I didn't really need anything except coal for this item. So let's do that. Let's just use as much as we can of that stuff up. There we go. And then we're going to put it back on our system. And it automatically turns it into coal blocks because it's in a compactor. So we've already got the blocks like that. And we'll just put another one up here. So that does tell me I kind of want more coal going. So I'll probably end up duplicating a coal upstairs and throwing more coal just to make sure we have plenty. But this should be going along. We should be in good shape. And if it's not, I'll adjust these and be able to pull out the right item. And then we'll just go down here, pull out that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that. Looks good. And with that, I think we'll wrap up the episode. As you can see, I've been expanding this. I'll probably even go down, like maybe make this deeper so that we can have even larger dynamic tanks over here, and really, go down maybe like 10 levels. And I don't know if it'll just be a ledge or it might just be a wall straight down instead of stairs. Otherwise, the stairs will be way out, and it'll just be a massive area for these big tanks. I do like them a lot. So with that, enjoy. And have a good one. We're going to be cooking a lot of stuff down here. A lot of fun. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy.